Hi, this is David Hanley again with Complete Health Dentistry of the Emerald Coast. Today I want to have a little conversation with you about our children and some of the things we do really specifically about the processes that we have for helping your children out with some problems. Um, we have this little pamphlet that kind of gives a lot of information for you, but basically what we're looking at is if you have a child who has any kind of um, just emotional problems, allergies, if they just don't seem like they get enough sleep, again, so daytime tiredness, or if they're wetting the bed still, having kind of night terrors. Again, like I said, problems in school, anything like crowded teeth, crooked teeth, again, like I said, allergies. All those things could be a sign of actually just the improper development. And then because of that, it just creates these physiological problems for children. And so these are the things that are kind of concerning for us, and they might be somewhat of an easy process for them to kind of get them back on track to just developmentally to help them kind of gain control and recover and become healthy, normal, and happy kids. That's really what our goal is. So again, if again we have these flyers at the office, everyone want to come by, pick one up, just kind of get some information. That's great. Other than that, just come and give us a talk. Okay. Now again, so I'll kind of go through the process of once we have established the fact that there is some concern, we'll do some sort of an exam just to take a look at your child to see if they look like anything looks significant. Again, we can follow that up with some basically larger scale exam and records appointments just to figure out, again, some of the dynamics that are involved. And again, if we get to the process of saying that we do see there's an issue, and again, depending on the age of your child, we have different types of appliances that I'll show you today just to kind of help things out. Um, for the youngest ones, we literally have something like this is actually not even the same size, but for a super small kid, children, we have actually even smaller. So you can see, like for a larger child, say 6, 7, 8 year old may fit into something like this. The younger ones will fit into something like this, or I may even have to shrink this down to fit their mouth. We've definitely done that in the past. Um, and again, as you can see, they have colors. So the kids are lucky. The youngest ones are lucky. We have pink and blue. We actually have a purple one as well, and I believe there's a new one out now that's clear. So, or if you want a clear one, we may have that in the future. So anyway, but let me just talk a little bit about this. So the process of this and these type of devices, and I work with the company VIVOS. They're not the only company out there that creates these appliances, but they're specifically for us have been just beneficial. Um, and the dynamics of these appliances, like I said, it seems to be relatively simple, right? It's I don't know if Nicole can zoom in on this or not, but you kind of see some of what's here. It really just looks like almost like a blank little mouth guard. It's soft and cushiony, but there's functions to what this does. And quite literally, what we're looking for is to have children be able to. Again, let me go back and say that better. That our goal for this appliance is literally to have the child wear this through the night, keep it in all night long with their lips closed, breathing through their nose. If they can accomplish that with this appliance, this is a success. And that success leads to tremendous physiological changes for the children. Um, Everything too, again, like I was talking about earlier, the symptoms that we talked about, these will slowly just dissolve and go away. And again, they just become healthy, happy children, developing the proper way. Um, some of the side effects of this is they get straight teeth. I know it's a crazy thing, but that's not really what our main goal is for this, but it happens. Once you sort of eliminate some of the trouble spots for children, they start to develop as their genetics would allow them to, and that's really what we try to do with these devices. Um, so again, like I said, our device has these little tab on it. This is actually for tongue placement. The natural position of the tongue is actually up in the palate, up against those upper teeth, and that's what this little tab is for. The children actually, when they're sleeping, again, one of our goals is to have them just touching that little spot with their tongue. So again, if they can accomplish that, then we can move on to actually even sort of the development phase, if you want to think of it like that. So the development phase in the guide system, and that's what we call these, is actually a guide system, because we can take them from young, as soon as they can start to do it, 3, 4, 5 years old. 5 is probably the youngest that we have right now. It takes a strong 4-year-old to be able to do what we're asking them to do, and a lot of parental influence as well. But as you can see, we can start with something of this size, and then we start moving as kids start developing and gaining more permanent teeth. We have different levels of therapy, different guides. Again, for helping helping guide the permanent teeth in the right relationships. And that's what these do. So you can kind of see we can go from a mixed dentition to actually more of a permanent dentition. Um, and all of these things are sized. Again, we have multiple sizes for each of these positions from once we get out of the starter ones. This is our starter appliance. Once we get out of those, we get into the ones actually that we're guiding them actually the proper width. And we have different sizes of those to kind of gain to where we need to go. Um, so that's really the guide system, and it's literally that. We're just helping guide children into the right relationships and help their genetics, and again, just letting their genetics do what it needs to do. We also have, and this has just been recently approved through the FDA, it's actually cleared for sleep apnea for children 6 to 16. Again, this is something, again, the previous appliances here are like we call them the guide system because that's what we're doing, really guiding. Sometimes children need a little bit more help, and it may be orthodontic help. And for us, we have a little bit different appliance. This is called a DNA appliance. This is one, like I said, is just recently approved for children for pediatric use for sleep apnea. There's really nothing on the market that does that other than these VIVOS devices that gets the FDA clearance. And again, this one is a little bit different. This is actually more of an expansion type appliance. They may need something like that to help them grow. This is what this one does. So again, you can see it looks more like an orthodontic retainer type of appliance, and it really is. It has some more work into it, some more physics behind this one to help kind of do things a little bit differently than the guide system. But again, if we can start them early with the guide system, very nice. If we have to get into something else, there's other options. Even palatal expansion is an option out there too. And like I said, we definitely have work with some orthodontists that can help us along the way if we need to. Sometimes clear retainers are out there. We have the company that has an expansion kind of modality with their clear aligners. So again, that's out there as well. So again, if you think that your child may have some of the issues that we talked about and you want to come discuss it with us, feel free to come by. Again, call us on the phone. You can reach us again anytime. We're here. Seems like almost every day, but Monday through Friday we're here for most of those days. Again, thank you for your time, and again, I hope we can help you and your children out.